refurbishment?
So if you've got tenants in a block, let's say in the block that we just saw now, the small block, there was two. One was empty, one was rented, so occupied, exactly. So the way I do it, and again, there is no one way of doing it, but you just have to figure out in that deal, how does that work? So I'm going to give you two examples. One is the one that we just talked about. The two flats, one's empty. The first thing I will do, I'll go in and I will do the empty flat straight away, right? And I'll upgrade that straight away, and I'll do it to a decent standard. Then I'll go downstairs and I say, downstairs tenant, look, I like you, you're paying a good rent, we want to keep you as long as you want to do that, we want to keep you, but we need to upgrade your flat. His flat, or her flat in that case, isn't that bad. So we will say, look, give us a week, we'll move you upstairs, you stay upstairs for a week or so, give them some incentive, rent-free, or here's £200 for your inconvenience. You go in, you change carpet, paint his flat, maybe upgrade the kitchen or bathroom a little bit, done. And then that's you doing two flats in one hit straight away. So you're basically working with the tenants to move them around. Second example I'm going to give you, I bought this block of flats up in the Midlands, and I'm going to start in January. So actually, funny enough, I'm going to say to you, if you're free, at some point, the next time I'm there, come up and have a look at it. Because it's good to also see, because I'm going to start to organize site visits for other people. Obviously, they will have to pay. But you, and I've got another guy who's on my course at the moment, you won't have to pay. Come and see it. You know, at least you get to see me, you get to see the building, you get to see how I'm seeing it, and you know, it's good fun as well. But it is in the Midlands, it's a couple of hours away. But it's a good fun. You should come to do it. Come to have a look at it.
Yeah, coming in.
Perfect. End of January, start of Feb, I'll let you know, and we'll do that. So the second one, which you will come to see how I'm planning to do it. So it's a block of 5 flats, 2 flats are empty. The same principle. I'm going to go in and straight away throw my builders in there, get them to work on that. Then I'm going to start to work on those 3 flats that are occupied. Depending on the level of work that needs to be done, I can either ask people, look, I need to change your bath. Right, you can stay in. I need 2 days of your bath empty for me to throw my guys in, change the bath, put the new tiles in, finish. Or if it's really bad, I will say, look, tenant number 2, can you move into one of those flats at the moment and give me 1 week to finish your flat, and then you can come back in. And the incentive for them is to get a very nice place, nicer than what they had before. Then they are also not really having to do anything, because they're just having to, we'll help them move their stuff for that 1 week, give them an incentive, and then get them back into their home at a much better standard. Now,
would you increase the rent?
You got there before me. So the caveat to all of this, you say, look, ultimately, and in my case, the rent are very subdued at the moment. You know, the rent should be about 700. They're paying 400. So the straight away the conversation is to always be honest with people, to say, look, ultimately you've got away with loads because this guy was a doctor. He didn't really kind of bother with the rent. He just left you there. But ultimately you're here. The rent should be here. When we get the property to that standard, we will be expecting a market rent, or as close to as possible. You know, we try to very hard to keep nice people, good tenants in their house. So instead of going from 4 to 700, I might say, look, let's tier it up over the next, say, 18 months or so that it's not a massive jump. But most people are very aware. Most tenants that I've dealt with, you know, and hundreds of them, they say, look, we get it. You know, we've got away with it for so many years. I'm happy to, you know, I want to stay, and I'm happy if you improve the property, I'm happy to stay and pay that extra rent on those as well. So that's how I do it. Does that answer the question you had about how do we develop when tenants are in?
Is it if we don't do any refurbishment?